everyone, it's Kate here, Arela, here to do a bit of a booze and dollies, so, because I ain't got any wine, so beer it is today. I don't really have that much dolly stuff to say, mostly just rambling. I did get some cool mail this week. So back in March, some of you will have seen this on Instagram if you follow me, and if you don't, hey, if you like to see random shit all the time, follow me on Instagram. So I ordered this lovely dress and these lovely pants from Blythe Happy, Leslie, and they're amazing, but it took like 2 months for them to arrive. When it came to over a month, I emailed her and I messaged her on Etsy and I said, look, just to let you know it's still not here. And then after a couple of weeks of it not having arrived yet, she said, look, I'm going to send you another one. Okay, cool. You know, I'll let you know when it arrives. So, on Monday, like 3 or 4 days after she'd sent the second package, guess what arrived? Yep, the first one. So I messaged her and said, look, I'm happy to pay for the second set because, you know, you made these and sent them specifically to me after all this. And she said, oh no, just don't worry about it. And then so today, the second set turned up. So that was like 5 days, because usually mail from the US takes about a week, maybe 2 weeks. It's dependent. There are some parts of the States where if they send here, it comes faster. And occasionally, it gets rerouted to Israel. Yeah, Israel. Because that makes total sense. To come... And it comes here first, and then goes to Israel. Just like, what on earth? I'm sorry the lighting in my camera's going a bit weird. It's, as you can see, it's dark out. That's my window above the doll's house. I have the doll's house with its back to the window, so no sun damage. It's pitch black outside, and our lighting in our house is made of hope and chewing gum and paper clips or something. So, yeah. Not much in the dolly world going on. The fairy lights seem to dim really quickly. Does anyone else have these battery-powered seed fairy lights and find that after about 10 minutes they start to fade? Is that normal? Because we don't... Do we have any others? Or maybe we do. I think I was too drunk at Christmas to remember. I can't remember Christmas. Whatever. Yeah, so they're just dying up here, but they look really cool, so I don't want to take them down. I need to do a couple more dolly profile videos. I mean, do let me know if you think they're worthwhile. If you think they're really shit, just let me know and I'll stop doing them. I'll probably cry a bit, but that's okay. But yeah, because they want to put some on display at work. So that's going to be interesting. They want to have a display of my customised Blythes and a couple of books and one completely dismantled Blythe, which is good because I need to dismantle one of them. I need to... this one. Warning, dolly nudity. Sorry, I just think it's really dumb. I suppose it's if you're at work, but come on, it's a doll for fuck's sakes. This one. This is supposed to be a Beatrice vest with a Hello Harvest scalp. Is it Hello Harvest? Oh my god, I'm forgetting the names of them all now. Anyway, I mean, she's kind of cute, but she was a bit of an impulse buy. But I'm gonna customize her because, god, I hate that makeup. Like, it's just so orange. I really hate orange. It's like my least favourite colour. And I don't think the hair works for her, and it doesn't feel particularly nice, so I think I'm gonna use this scalp and give her a reroute and a new face. Sorry, hun. Whoops. Oh well. What else? I'm trying to sell a sewing machine. No, not a sewing machine. I only have one of those. A spinning wheel. I have several of those. I'm trying to sell it so I can raise funds to pay off one of my layaways early. Probably on the lily cats, if I can. And if not, well, I guess I'll be the other one. But that's not... I mean, it's not going terribly. We'll see what happens. If it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. And oh no, I have another spinning wheel. What a shame. Yeah, so that's as exciting as it's getting, really. I've been watching a lot of dolly videos. I marathoned Lady T BJD's videos last weekend. It's really nice to hear I don't know, other people who've come to this hobby from the Blythe side of things, because it seems like people come to Blythe from the BJD side quite often, but not vice versa, or at least I haven't seen it much vice versa, but you know, this is of course what I've done, so I can relate. And also I just freaking love her treehouse that she made. She makes some amazing things, like seriously. And Danielle Vita Plastica, oh my god, like, have you seen that swamp she's making? It's amazing. It's not that I'm terrible at making things, but I have total envy because they just like, they set the bar so high. But it's not like it's competition, because if it was, I would be the kid who ran off in the wrong direction, you know. But, inspiration. So much inspiration. So exciting. I even started looking for little bronze miniatures, because of Lady T, because I just saw them, and for the size with the minifee, because of course I've got my minifee shoo on layaway, and I'm like, oh my god, that's absolutely perfect for my character. So well, if the minifee works out for one of my main characters, I've got about 3 or 4 different stories that I would quite like to shell. I never even thought about this kind of thing before I came to the BJD hobby, and I never really, I looked at the dolls and thought, oh yeah, they're pretty cool, and you knew some of the companies and stuff like that, but I'd never really gone in depth in people shelling characters and the way that they interact with their dolls and tell stories and stuff. It was just like, I just didn't delve that far because I was more into Blythe, and particularly spinning. It's not that I'm not into spinning anymore. I get real trouble with my fingers. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's cracking anyway. Like, it sounds like walnuts in a bag or something. You know, it's like, oh, it's gross. And because the spinning that I tend to do is supported spindle, so it's like flicking a spinning top. Like, here's one I prepared earlier. So I get a bowl and I'm flicking like this, and it's so repetitive. It just, yeah. So I'm really glad I had the dolls to fall back on, because I can't even knit for very long anymore. I haven't really tried crocheting in ages, but it's kind of torture, and it makes me really, really sad. So it's good to have other hobbies. So what was I rambling about again? Oh yeah, so I was watching all of these videos. I'm working my way through Libby, Libacious One's videos. Hi Libby! Thank you for whining dollies! You're awesome! I love you! Yeah. Slight fangirling, but cheers! So, and I watched all of Denali Wynn's videos, which, as Lady T has stated before, was a bit of the inspiration, a lot of the inspiration for going for the shoo, because her photos of her Myliacs I found so inspirational, and I found that she looked very different to what you might think the sculpt would look like, if that makes any sense. And it's like, wow, look at the potential there. And then I just looked more at the I say bone structure, but you know, the sculpt, the way that it, yeah, the way that it's sculpted, obviously, and it just seemed like the perfect first doll. Whether it will actually be the very first that arrives, I don't know, but that was the first one I ordered, so. Yeah. What else? Oh, the spinning that I showed you is some Princess Bride inspired fibre from some, I think they're Greek Orthodox nuns on Etsy, and they do the most amazing fibre, and it's got everything but the kitchen sink in it. I've got my wee bag of it here. So they did a special set for the Princess Bride spin-along last year that I was involved in, and still haven't finished. I mean, I'll finish it eventually, that's the thing. I'm very determined, I will finish things, but just not yet. And what else? I did a bit of drop spindle spinning. I can't reach it from here, so I'm not going to bother showing you. What else? Oh, did I show you these? These are the cool little cards that Leslie sends with her Blythe Happy stuff. They're amazing! How cool are they? They're like, they're just amazing. So yeah, go buy stuff from her if you have Blythes and you like adorable panties and dresses and things. Because seriously, did I show you them? I know I showed you them, but seriously, look, it's a fucking unicorn. How cool is that? It's a fucking unicorn. And mushrooms. Yeah, I'm so excited about unicorns and mushrooms. You have no idea. And the dress has mushrooms on it. And oh god. No, okay. I'm gonna get too excited again. And then I'm gonna like end up spilling or knocking things over. So I better calm down. What else? Oh, I was gonna show my very, very dorky doll journal. It's nowhere near as cool as Sighthound Lady's. Hers are all just amazing. And yes, I kind of got the idea from her, but it's like, when I saw her doing her doll journals, I just thought, that is such a good idea. You know, how else do you keep all these different sculpts in your mind? Oh, excuse me, it's the beer. But, so it's this notebook that I got. It's the Makusa, you know, from Fantastic Beasts. I did the Loot Crate for a couple of months, and they sent me the Magical Congress of the USA notebook, and I don't think it's real leather, but it's really freaking nice. And it's got this cool map in the back, and this thing, and then it's gold on the edges, and cool little binding. And I thought, well, you know, it's just gonna sit on the floor. Maybe I should just use it for something that is actually helpful and will be used many times, hopefully. And, you know, I've actually written quite a lot in it. You can't really see because of the glare. It's not, I shouldn't do it this way, but I've been stealing people's photos from the internet and printing them out and putting them in. And that's, I know as a librarian and an academic that it's not necessarily the most reasonable thing to do, but it is just for me, so fuck it. And yes, I use green ink. You know why? Because they use green ink in Harry Potter. And I love Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter so much, I can't even begin to tell you how much I love Harry Potter. Like, I'm currently wearing... So sorry about that pause, that was my husband calling. Funnily enough, started playing Hedwig's theme while I'm talking about how much I love Harry Potter, and I was about to show you my Hogwarts t-shirt that I wore. It's like I'm Superman, but Hogwarts. And also, I kind of hate Superman because he's a douche. But that's a conversation for another time. And then I was talking about... no, I wasn't talking about my beer. I was gonna talk about my beer. I've only had... this is my second. This is really bad. It's not even a high content. I'm just all over the place today. It's 4%. That's fucking nothing. Like, that's just, I'm appalled with myself. So I'm gonna have to, you know, go and drink quietly in the corner until I feel better about myself or something. Now I sound like a total alcoholic, which, but no, I just, yeah. Yeah. Hi, dollies. I just really like sitting here next to them, so I think it's just an excuse to sit here next to my dolls to make a video. I can hear my puppy whining. But she's not a puppy, she's about a year and a quarter now. Welsh Springer Spaniels are Velcro dogs. If you try and like move, they will be attached to your legs. They are so cuddly. Louis is not so bad these days. We went through a lot of shit we were living down south and there were a lot of earthquakes, and I think it's kind of affected him a bit, but he's a sweet dog. He's a really lovely dog, but he's just not as Velcro as Luna is. Luna is one where you sit down on the couch and you have 21 kilos of dog with her paws on your shoulders, licking your face, going, "I love you so much!" I just need to be in another room from her sometimes, because I just need to not be licked in my face. As much as I love dogs, you know, sometimes I like to not have dog saliva all over my face. I know it's weird, but there we go. Yeah, so she's whining impatiently for me, and it's reminding me how impatient I am, and it's like, why did I go into the doll hobby in the first place? But I think having been stalking so many, so many Instagram and Twitter, Instagram feeds, Tumblr and Den of Angels and all these other places, and seeing all these amazing photographs of these amazing dolls, it's like, I can do it, I can wait, I can. Honest, I might have to buy a Blythe doll in between just to, you know, keep my morale up, maybe? Maybe that's a good enough excuse. We'll see. Anyway, hopefully I'll actually have some doll news, like proper doll news, next week, rather than just rambling at you for 15 minutes about absolute fucking shit. So, thank you, Libby, for inventing wine and dollies, and if you didn't, then, well, I thought you did, but sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes. Okay, cheers! Have a good evening.